And we welcome you to the Market Research Podcast that earned recognition in 2019 and once again in 2020 in being named one of the best in the marketing research field. This is Research Business Daily Report, a video cast that has delivered the top news day by day to you since its inception in February 2012. And today, we continue to be recognized as the research industry's only daily research video report. Please enjoy today's RBDR and any of our other regular reports. And then please lend your support for this Research News video series. How do you do it? Look on the screen to your right now, and you can see online where you can go to become a Patreon supporter of RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer, and I'm in my 26th year as the respected voice in market research. There's no marketing executive or marketing research out there who is not nearly obsessed with finding and preparing for their company's post-COVID marketplace. An AMA New York report, New Approaches for Post-COVID 2021, is out, and it presents insights from four heads of marketing. Start with the CMO for EKA Software Solutions, Nancy Pearson, who said that she knows that marketing fundamentals are unchanged even during COVID. However, in this COVID-dominated time and place, quote, it's not enough to simply have a plan in place and then to execute it. Sure, core skills like branding, leadership, teaching, mentoring, team building, and innovation remain essential, but there are vital differences today because of COVID. Pearson states that today's CMO must expect and anticipate disruption and indeed even crises. Next, the CEO of Prescient, Joanna Seddon. She observed of the current situation, quote, marketers need to return to the original premise of marketing, to be about everything that contributes to driving future sales and profits within the organization and through the customer's lens. But still, right now, Seddon declared, successful brand marketers during and after the pandemic must react quickly to change, do many things at once within constrained budgets, and experiment, test, and learn. She said, quote, this is a time where innovative marketing can rise, but to accomplish that, marketers must take risks and tolerate failure. Part of the overall answer for Seddon these days is, quote, we've talked about being agile, and now people have to do it. She believes that some marketers have been distracted by social and digital media and have therefore neglected the inherent value of their brands. One result, brand value equations, she says, have been thrown off by the rise in performance marketing. And that, of course, is where advertisers pay only when a specific action that is promised actually occurs. And what's the difficulty with that right now? Seddon said, quote, it's easy to count clicks. It's less easy to measure a brand, even as there is an increasing recognition that brand value is not just about big ad campaigns. Apparently, that is part of the essence of marketing if it's going to work its way out of COVID's grasp. Seddon asserted, quote, the external expression of business strategy is the expression of why a company matters. Far and away the most innovation-oriented contributor to the four people that spoke in this panel was Jeff Colon, head of Microsoft Advertising Brand Studio. COVID has bludgeoned standards of consumer behavior, and from Colon's standpoint, changes in customer behavior necessitate that organizations make sure that they are set up to respond even to seemingly simple adaptations. He highlighted how one of COVID's trends, specifically buying an item online and picking it up in the store, impacts tracking, warehousing, distribution, plus even back-end infrastructure. Another clarion COVID change, offering products and services by their geographic customer base, had to be complemented by the realization that COVID infection rates are varying from region to region, and they are not languishing. Here's another disruption special from COVID, according to Colon. He knows that automation of tasks is trending, but it's not all that simple because, just as one example, automating data collection sounds great, but it requires finding and recruiting a unique individual who can understand data intelligence and its human implications. And there is still another Cologne consideration. It is innovation, which happily, he says, is capable of, in one instance, being a cure for COVID's inflamed loss of physical contact with customers and prospects. Cologne says he knows that live stream technology can educate consumers at scale about goods and services. And live stream, he says, can do much more. He projects a form of webinar meets live stream will eventually replace trade shows. And let's wrap up today with Cisco Senior VP of Growth Marketing, Jim Walsh, who disclosed that his team has delivered exponential growth by acting on a quote-unquote treasure trove of previously unused customer data insights. Where these come from? Well, they've hung around during his previous sales responsibilities, but again had not been used. And Walsh conceded, quote, "We were sitting on a treasure trove of information which I would have loved to have had while I was in sales." He defined his growth marketing strategy right now as a continuous loop of constant interactions with all customers channel-wide. And let's finish today by returning once more to Cologne, who proposed that doubling down on data-driven insights, focusing on digital transformation, and maximizing customer experiences are his key priorities when he thinks of a standout CMO in today's COVID moment in time. That's a wrap of today's Research Business Daily Report. Thanks for viewing today's video. Each day, we work to give you a news item, an insight, or a commentary that isn't found anywhere else. We'd like to have your help today as well. We are competing for the title of Market Research Podcast of the Year. There's a competition going on involving about 15 to 20 different podcasts, including this one. And if you go in the description box underneath today's video, you will see a link where you can go to cast your vote. And of course, we hope you'll cast it for RBDR. In the meantime, if you do that, please move on. And we will see you here tomorrow, hoping that you've had a good research day today. And until we do cross paths again, please stay safe.